All right, here we are diving into red for M21. Again, we're going to be doing commons, uncommons, rares, and within each of those doing it by CMC, not alphabetically. So here we are with Crash Through, single red for sorcery. Creatures you control gain trample until end of turn, draw a card. Man, Crash Through and Opt.
They're glue,
again.
right? It's just, this is a glue card,
Yeah.
right? It glues together I think this card is just going to be so good in blue-red, right? Just triggering your prowess things, making your big prowess creatures trample, just filling your grave with an instant sorcery for the cards that care about that. This is just going to be a card you want, right? Just like good synergy card, good glue piece. There's, you're going to have like sometimes like red, green, or red, red-green decks that sometimes have the draw 2 stuff or draw card stuff going on in the green cards, and you compare this with that, and you're trampling green creatures to get through. So, yeah, I like this card. It's certainly a synergy card. It's not objectively powerful or anything, but it holds together a lot of your decks.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say Synergy C.
I like Synergy C. Perfect. I think it's exactly where I would put it.
Okay.
All right, next we have Furor of the Bitten. So this is a single red mana for an enchantment. It's an aura. This enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and attacks each combat if able.
Yeah.
So this is interesting, right? It's a power. Yeah, it is, because it's a powerful card. And we have 2 protection spells, right?
Okay.
So I think you're going to be seeing this. Look at that smile. Look at that Ethan Zach smile.
No. Please continue to tell me how auras are good.
So it's one mana, right? 1 mana, make your thing big for very cheap is powerful, right? And with the 2 protection spells at common, I think that's reasonably large, right? I guess green, maybe not as much because you don't want this in your red-green deck. So maybe we're just talking about Feeder for Resistance, right? But I think the starts you go like
no, you can
a
go
1-drop
Portcullis Vine on 1, and Fear of the Bitten, hold up Rangers.
And it doesn't even have to attack.
And it can't attack because it is a defender.
It doesn't even have to attack.
It's easy.
I think you're going to see more of this card than you might expect.
Is that an argument for being good?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, give me a grade.
Oof. Okay. I'm gonna go D+, but it's like synergy D. Synergy C-.
Synergy C-. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go D+ on this. All right, next up we've got a card that I think is actually gonna have some applications here. Goblin Arsonist, single red, 1/1. When it dies, you may have it deal 1 damage to any target. So obviously we talked about this with black. It does combo really well with the Death Touch trick, because you can block with this, give it Death Touch, it kills that thing, and then when it dies, it deals the damage to something. So it kills X1s. It's got some sack fodder implications.
Yeah, this card always plays out better than Deluxe, right?
I think so. I mean, it trades with a two toughness creature.
Yeah, it trades 2 toughness creature. You just want 1-drops in your aggressive decks, like, because you want to get in for that chip damage. This gets in for chip damage. You can trade. Basically, anytime we've seen 1 mana 1/1 that can sack to deal damage, or not even sack to deal damage, but just deals damage somehow when it dies or whatever, it's been playable, right? It looks junky, but it's playable. So I would give this like a C-, and it's gonna be like a C in some decks, C+ sometimes.
Yeah, I like C- as well.
All right, next up we got Shock here. We've got single red mana for an instant. Shock deals 2 damage to any target.
C.
Yeah,
it's weird to have this and Scorching Dragonfire in the same set.
I don't ever remember having a Shock and a Bolt variant in the same set.
Right, so there's a deal 2, a deal 3, and a deal 5.
Yeah,
which is kind of crazy.
I think we're starting to see it's just the value of it really just depends on the matchup, right? That's the hard part, right? That you really want this against the red and white decks and some of the blue decks.
You also really want this in your prowess decks and in your Spells Matter decks.
Yeah, just going to the face is nice, right? Going to the face to get the last 2 points matters for something. So I like C or C+. I think I'm gonna start at C+. I think, and I'm ready to come down on it later.
Start at C, because I
fair.
have a feeling that Dragonfire and the first Turn to Slag, that's the 5 damage one, is going to be better than the first Shock.
I think the first Shock's going to be better than Turn to Slag, but yeah, that's impossible to know, right?
I like this little guy. Chandra's Magma. 1 and a red for a 2/2. It's an elemental doggy, and you can tap it to deal 1 damage to target player or planeswalker.
Oh yeah, I like this one a lot.
Yeah,
this one's
strong.
nice. So this is remember Zerta's command, not Zerta's command, but the 2/1 first strike from Oath of the Gatewatch, which was like a top red common, right? It taps to deal damage if you tapped another ally, and this is just that. But it doesn't have first strike. First strike matters a lot.
Yeah.
But this is really good, right? You get in a few points, and then just sits around, and your opponent has to deal with this. They can't just leave this on the table, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I would say C+ for the Magma.
Yeah, I like C+ a lot. All right, next up we have Hobble Fiend. This is 1 and a red for a 2/1 trample. Has a mana activated ability, sacrifice another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on Hobble Fiend.
Boo.
So you don't like this card?
I don't like this card.
Interesting.
Ooh, given the old interesting.
I think this card's decent. I mean, I don't love it. I'd love it more if there was more sack fodder running around, but I think this card's fine. Like, I think it's just like a perfectly solid C.
I think it's a C-.
It also just like has the sack my board, attack you with everything.
Well, but you won't have everything because you'll have sacked your board.
Yeah, you sack your board and then you attack with everything. Oh, sorry, everything. That's the yeah.
The everything.
Twice in one set review, I've tried to eagerly correct you.
You tried to be very cheaty. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is fine. This is just. I would put it as C.
Okay. This is Igneous Kerr. 1 and a red for a 1/2, and you can pay 1 and a red to give it +2/+0 until end of turn. And it's a dog. This also is a combo with the red, white, gold card, the Alpine Houndmaster, right?
Yeah. Card is fine. Card is. I actually like this card. It's not as good as the 2-mana 2/2 pump to +1 variant, I don't think, but it's comparable. It's certainly like I would just give this a C as well. It's good with Raised Deads. It's good with Crash Through.
But it doesn't have. Is it?
Yeah, it's good with Raised Deads.
Why?
Because you just send, they trade, keep trading, you buy them back.
It's just so hard. So the problem I have with this is like the variants we've seen before of 2-mana 2/2s.
Yeah.
Those are so much better because this has the same problem as the 1/2 Audacious Thief in blue. Is that it's just like never trading with anything on its own. And so on turn 3, you play this on turn 2, you can't attack with this on turn 3 if you have something you want to play.
No, opponent will block.
Right? Block, right? So like
opponent will block.
This isn't a good play on turn 2 because it's like not getting into combat as you develop your board. So then later on it's fine because it's a mana sink and it trades up. But I don't think that's a good card. Isn't
this just Weaselback red cap, but initial mana?
That's big, dude.
So what do you want to give it?
I want to give it like a C-, D+.
Whoa, D+ is I think that's some disrespect.
I don't know, dude.
I think this is again just a solid C.
Yeah, can you gotta rank these 3 2-drops for me then?
Sure. So I think the Mutt is certainly number 1. I think that Kerr is probably number 2. They're like Fiend and Kerr are very close, and different decks are gonna want them.
I mean, yeah, I'll play this if I've got if I'm red, white, and have the Houndmaster, but otherwise I think I'm hoping to not play this.
All right, I think you're gonna play this card. I think it's just like a C.
No. Scorching Dragonfire, 1 and a red, instant, deal 3 to target creature or planeswalker. If it dies, you exile it instead.
Okay, so obviously this card is good, but going back to that Sirkovitz data analysis, this hits a lot of stuff. Yeah. Like more than your average 2-mana deal 3 does.
Mm-hmm, yeah, seems like things are pretty small.
Yeah, it's like upwards of 70-something%.
That's pretty huge. Yeah.
So yeah,
B+.
Yeah, I like B.
Probably
I like
B. Yeah.
All right, next up we got Sure Strike. It's back. 1 red for an instant. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Good combat trick. Like this is very solid as far as red combat tricks go because you're almost always going to win the combat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this card always performs.
This is always performs. This is
but I think it's like a C minus, I think. Yeah, it has some synergy, like maybe a little better with prowess. That's true.
Yep.
Thrill of Possibilities back. 1 in red for an instant. As an additional cost to cast, discard a card, draw 2 cards.
Right. So, have we learned our lesson?
I think we have.
Yeah.
I think I almost want to go Synergy C+.
I like that. Yeah, there's going to be decks that just want it. Now, to be fair, there's no escape, right? And that escape made Thrill, like, way better than a normal... Yes. Yeah, I just want to make it clear for everybody out there, right? It's not just, like, awesome.
Reanimating stuff... So, not only on its own, like, there's no mana sink, so, like, mitigating Flood is real, so we're smoothing out your draws or whatever. There's Reanimator, there's Draw 2, there's Spell Matters. Like, I think this is just gonna be great.
Yeah, I think this is quite good.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have Burn Bright. 2 in a red for an instant. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Why is this card in the set with no tokens?
There's no tokens, yeah.
There's not many trampling things. I can't imagine. No. There's so many good red cards. You're not going to play this one.
I just want to go. I'm going F.
I like, just as a statement, F, yeah, I guess so. I would give it like a D, but...
Yeah. Destructive Tampering is back. 2 in a red for a sorcery. Choose 1. Destroy target artifact. Creatures without flying can't block this turn.
Yeah, this is good. This is, I mean, not inherently good, but this is a card
if you want Burn Bright, just play this instead.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a better Burn Bright. Exactly. Yeah. You're going to want to play this card. There's actually, not a ton of artifacts running around, but a fair amount. There's like the colored artifact cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the random artifacts. And then, yes, that last ability, your red decks do want that effect.
Mm-hmm.
And having the modality on it is nice. So I think just like, don't want to call it Synergy C or build around C, but I think just like C. I would just give this C.
I'm going to go D+. I don't think it's that good, but yeah.
All right, next up.
Yeah.
Onake Ogre. It's a 2 in red for a 4/2. All right, sure.
So, yeah.
Some formats.
Red-green 4 power matters is back.
Yeah.
And some decks are going to want this, I guess, but this card is filler. This is a D+.
It's whatever.
Alex won't even give it a grade.
Yeah.
Ooh! Spellgorger
so good.
Weird. 2 in a red for a 2/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Spellgorger Weird.
This card is so good.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be as good, if not better, as War. I think it might be better, yeah. This is a B.
So is this you taking Dragonfire over this, right?
Yes, I'm taking Dragonfire over this.
This is number 2?
But this is number 2, for sure.
I think it's also a B.
And again, it doesn't even need to be like a prowess deck. It's just like you need 9 non-creatures to make it good. It's going to be a 4/4. It scales with the game, right? Yeah, real good.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we have Goblin Wizardry. This one's interesting. I'm curious on your take on this one. So this is 3 in a red for an instant. Create 2 1/1 Goblin Wizard creature tokens with prowess.
Oh, we do have a token maker. It just costs 4 mana.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Meh. I'm a little meh about this card.
So I think this card plays out better than it looks.
I agree with that.
So just like, you flash it on turn 4. Not that matters all that much or whatever. It's an instant to trigger your prowess stuff at instant speed, like whatever. But attacking with 2/3/3s after you've played like an opt and like another like a removal spell or something, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, you're describing a scenario where I've cast an opt and a removal spell.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this card.
Yeah, I like this card too.
I agree. Like it feels like it could be a little bit like Riddle form, and that like not only like it itself triggers prowess, and then it cares about prowess, which is very strong in that deck. Outside of red blue, I'm not sure how red green doesn't give a crap about this card.
I can't imagine it does.
Red black might because of multiple bodies.
I think, and also red black
has some spells.
It's usually comparable in how many non-creatures it wants to play, like compared to like red blue, right?
And red white could
play. Yeah, I can see it getting there, especially that like red white prowessy deck I mentioned earlier actually gets there.
So I think that's gonna leave me to like Synergy C+, maybe Synergy B-.
Yeah, I like that. I like Synergy C+ a lot.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's our Number 37.
Number 37,
has reach. It's back. A lot of War of the Spark reprints. 3 red for a 4/3 with reach. When it ETBs, if you control another 4 power or greater creature, it deals 2 damage to each opponent.
In set where creatures seem to be smallish, this might actually be a little bit better than it might seem. It's like 4/3 for 4 is decent stats. I like it. It's like fine till like C- C range.
The issue I have is that it think about the blue flyers we've seen, like it trades with the 2/2 prowess theoretically. It trades with the 3/2 like mana war.
Yep.
So it's not blocking that great. I feel like it's better as a beater. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, like, what do you want to give it? C-? C?
C. It might be a C-. I'll start C.
Yeah, I like it. All right, next up, we got Pitch Burn Devils. This is 4 and a red for a 3/3. Whenever Pitch Burn Devils dies, it deals 3 damage to any target. Another one that plays out better than it looks.
Oh yeah, this card is very good.
Yes, this is it's smoked. They just can't attack into it a lot of the time because they attack, they trade, and then you'll ping off another 3 toughness creature that they have. So it's good. And here's kind of where I was talking about, like, especially with the Goblin Wizardry and Pitchburn Devils, like few sneaky things you want to sack for the sacrifice deck, right? Like, so it's like we're kind of seeing it pan out a little bit more. But yeah, I think that this card is good. Solid C. You're gonna want one of these or 2 of these, and
I'm gonna go C+. I think this card's really good.
Also, a lot of times you're like you cast this on whatever turn of the game.
Like unblockable. It feels like
your opponent just goes, "Oh, no, I can't win," because they're at 3 or whatever. They can't deal with this, right? Yeah.
I think that's better than our next 5-drop here. Again, really enjoying looking at these cards in CMC order. Turn to Slag is back. 3 red for a sorcery. Deal 5 damage to target creature. Destroy my favorite equipment, the Scythe, attached to that creature.
Yeah, clunky. Fine though.
You'll play one.
Yeah, you'll play one. We had reduced ashes in the last core set, or maybe 19. I can't remember. And that was like by the end of the format, I was like, yeah, you'll play one. It's actually fine, right? And I think this fills that role exactly.
That's a C to me.
Yep. All right, next one we have Bone Pit Brute. This is 4 red for a 4/5 menace, and when Bone Pit Brute enters the battlefield, target creature gets +4/+0 until end of turn.
Weird.
Yeah. Okay. It's
this seems like a D+ to me.
D+, yeah.
This is very like who cares?
4 is a lot. Like if you put it on like a random flyer or trampler or something, but yeah, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, weird card. Yeah, really weird card.
All right, that brings us to our uncommons here. Chandra's Pyreling, 1 red for a 1/3 elemental lizard. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, Chandra's Pyreling gets +1/+0 and gains double strike until end of turn.
So it's
bad.
Yeah, it's not great. It's really not great.
I'm just like, you're shocking them.
There's the mutt, but like that's whatever.
Oh, the mutt's good. That's good.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we've seen that's like incidental sack. It's kind of like Chandra's Spitfire, but
right. It does get +3/+0 in a way.
Yeah. It's I imagine the other 2s are probably better.
See, I don't know. I like this better than the
1/2.
I like this better than the 1/2, and I think I like this better than the 2/1 Trampler because there is a real threat of activation.
Yeah.
If you even have a single red up,
sort of prowessy.
Yeah. Though I guess single red. It's sort of the same as like if they shocked your 2/2, but this could trade up and like I don't know, kill an X4.
Yeah, and I don't want to underrate cheap double strike, right? Even if it's conditional.
And the fact that the pinger at common is pretty real.
Pinger at common, Goblin Arsonist, if you can like sack that.
All of this is to say, I think this is a C.
Sure, yeah, I agree. It's nothing special, not an above rate 2-drop, unless you can consistently. If you have a deck with like 3 of the mutts, yeah, sure, you're gonna be happy with it.
Right.
But,
yeah.
All right, next up here we got. But this is a real good one. I think this is like just one of the top uncommons in the set. This is Hardfire Immolator. This is 1 red for a 2/2 prowess. red mana, sacrifice Hardfire Immolator. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker.
So, like, how long is it going to take for everybody to get on board that blue-red is the best deck? Like, how long do we have to just hard force this deck until people figure it out? And how many players can it support? Because, like, this just seems like there's so much. Again, I'm just like, the commons are there. It's just you get a few uncommons, and then the commons support it.
It feels like cycling, where it's so much more supported than the other themes, and so much better in the cards that, like, the payoffs are so much better.
Yeah.
Right? It's so weird.
It's just like you're going to be wheeling crash throughs, which is great. Probably wheeling opts for a while.
This is what, a B?
This is a B.
Yeah, it's a great card. You're going to be super happy about it.
Yeah. Unleash Fury. 1 on red for an instant. Double the power of target creature until end of turn.
This is another just confuses me. Like, what? Yeah. What?
This is a combo with the Immolator, though.
It is true. Deal a little more damage.
Yeah.
This is like a D- combat trick, right? Unless there's like a combo I'm not
This isn't even a trick.
Like, yeah, it's not even a trick.
This is whatever, +3/+0. That's not a trick. That's terrible. This is bad. There's not even fling in the set, right? Like,
no.
I mean, I guess Immolator is fling.
It's not even like, if this was double strike, sure. Like, that's okay. That's fine.
This is an F.
But it's not.
This is an
F.
F.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this a D-.
Yeah.
-F. All right. So next up, we have Volcanic Geyser. This is X red for an instant. Volcanic Geyser deals X damage to any target. Yeah. So you guys mentioned this on the show a little bit, but it's like, I think that, you know, as the years have gone on, this effect has just gotten a little bit worse. This rate, not this effect. Sorry.
Right. It's just it's really tough. Like, this is 5 mana, deal 3, and Turn to Slag is 5 mana, deal 5.
Yeah.
Scorching Dragonfire is 2 mana, deal 3. This is 2 mana, deal 0.
And of course, you know, it goes to the face. Don't want to discount that, but it's just like, you're probably going to be taking. I don't know if you'll take shock over this, but you're certainly taking Dragonfire.
Mm-hmm.
And you're probably going to take your first shock and your first Turn to Slag before Geyser.
I think this is a C+.
Yeah.
The flexibility, like, it's very clunky, but the flexibility of this card, it's like a whatever, not a split card, but it is a card that scales with the game modal, in a sense. It's not quite modal, but like
modular.
But face is a real thing here.
Yeah, let's say C+. I
think C+ is good. Yeah.
Well, you know, some chat saying Lava Axe for 7, no thanks. But like, it's the other side of the card is kill their 3-drop or whatever, which also isn't great, but that adds a lot to the card.
And I do think there will be matchups where you like stabilize or you get your opponent to 5, and then you're just like, I gotta draw that Geyser. Like, and your opponent also has to, as I mentioned on the show, your opponent has to think about if they've seen it or just like it's an uncommon, so maybe my red opponent has it, and they have to then think about protecting their life total in a more aggressive way.
Yep.
So it's not a pull into red, but you're not cutting it from red decks.
Yeah.
I don't think. All right, Bolt Hound is 2 in a red for a 2/2 with haste, and when it attacks other creatures you control, get +1/+0 until end of turn.
Kurt's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's okay, right? It's not. Is it so? I mean, it needs, again. It's just like the Huntmaster Liger and Regal Leosaur. It needs to pump itself.
Yeah, I suppose. I think this card is better than those cards by a decent amount. Haste, especially, like being able to haste, and you didn't have to like. No, one of the inherent problems of those cards, you were giving up a creature, right? Like, it's that you wanted to go wide with. I think this card is very good, though.
I'm not that excited about it.
This is like maybe my reaction.
It's so bad. It's bad. It's bad on the draw, or worse on the draw.
It's worse on the draw. I don't think it's bad on the draw.
Your opponent just plays one of those many 3 mana 2/3s, and you go, oh, cool. This card is garbage.
Yeah, but then you just hold it for a turn where you go another 2-drop this, get in for a big hit.
Yeah.
This card's good.
I don't think it's that good.
I want to give this a C+.
I'm going to give this a C-.
Whoa, C-. I think that's low. I think that's low. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have Furious Rise. It's back.
Ugh.
2 in a red.
So sick of talking about this card.
It's my favorite card.
I know, it's your favorite card to talk about it for sure.
Yeah. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, exile a top card of your library. You may play that card until you exile the card of Furious Rise.
I'm done with these effects, really.
I
think 4 power, they do something better with red-green. Like, make it trample matters or something, so it's actually good. 4 power matters to, like, build your own clunky divination. I'm done. I'm just over it.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, sweet, it's a 4 power matters theme, so you want to beat down, but then you really want the game to also go long, so you can accrue this very incremental card advantage. Like,
this is probably going to be better than Primal Empathy was. I think this, like,
this is the best because you get the card immediately.
Yeah,
it's good, or it's better than those other effects, but it's still not good.
And I think it's this is also another card where it's very easy to see it on the opposite side of the battlefield, feel bad because the board is like somewhat stalled, or maybe you haven't recognized that you can get in for an attack, and you're like, oh, my opponent can just draw all these cards, right? But those situations don't come up as often as I think people think they do, and those situations can be played around more often than people think they do. Like, you can just attack and kill your opponent after they play this 3-mana enchantment, right? Like, I don't know. I've done my rant other places, so I don't want to go on a rant here, but I'm gonna give this a build around C.
But that is encouraging people to play this card, Alex. A build around C is like a vote of confidence. I was expecting more from you.
You're expecting me to just give this a slam a D- on it?
Give this a D with me.
Sure, I'll join you in
Have the courage of your convictions.
Let's do it.
All right. Sanctum of Shattered Heights is 2 in a red for a legendary enchantment shrine. Pay 1. Discard a land card or shrine card. Sanctum of Shattered Heights, deal X damage to target creature or planeswalker where X is the number of shrines you control.
So I was thinking about this one, as we were talking about the shrines, and at first I was like, this one's not great. But then, if we're thinking about pairing it with other things, other shrines, this one's actually is good. Like, we had Molten Vortex, was it, I think? And that was 1 mana, of course, for the same kind of card. 1 mana, discard a card, discard a land, deal 2. So I think if you can turn this into a shock, it becomes reasonable. If you're pairing it with the blue one or the black one, for example.
You can't go face.
I can't go face. That does matter a lot. Yeah.
This seems bad to me. Like, I really want to be like, well, at least if you have the black one, but like, ooh, I don't know.
So I guess I'm approaching this from I thought this card is complete trash. I think you can play it, right? That's where I'm coming up from it.
Yeah, I think this is still like a.
So it's still like a synergy / build around where you want another shrine, and then it's still like a C.
It seems worse than a C to me.
I think it's like a C- or a D.
Yeah. Weaponize the mana base.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think I just want to go like synergy D+.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I can buy that.
Why are they so nerfed? Like, no one's playing these in standard.
I know,
so
that's
like bad limited cards.
That is the exact same thing I was thinking. Like, why do they nerf these cards so badly?
Yeah.
All right, next up we have Soul Seer. This is 2 in a red for an instant. Soul Seer deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker that permanently loses indestructible until end of turn. Man, remember when you had to have a downside on your 3 mana deal 5, Ethan?
Right, sack a thing.
Yeah, sack a land, return a land.
B+? B?
Yeah, this is
B+.
great.
This is
murder.
Yeah.
Murder that can't kill Colossal Dreadmaw. I will say,
yeah.
but
Get
yeah.
right. Next up, another reprint, Battle Rattle Shaman, 3 in a red for a 2/2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have target creature get +2/+0 until end of turn. See,
card's good.
This is like way better than that hasty 2/2.
The Bolt Hound?
Yeah.
This is another card that is I think it plays out a lot better than it looks.
Yeah.
Right? This people I think tend to underrate this style of card.
Mm-hmm.
But it just turns anything into a threat. It can pump itself if on an empty board. Very good card. I'm going to give this probably a C+. I don't think it's quite a B-, but yeah, C+.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think C+ sounds good to me.
Sweet. Alrighty, so next up here we have Kinetic Augur. This is 3 in a red for a star 4. It has trample. It says Kinetic Augur's power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your grave. When Kinetic Augur enters the battlefield, discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many cards.
Like just every card. Jesus.
I like it. It's great.
Jesus.
Good. Trample's nice. What are they doing?
Blue-red is going to be half the decks at every draft pod.
Yeah.
Like, this is wild to me.
There's so much support.
There's so much support. And so many payoffs. This is a B-, a B?
B-, yeah, I'd go B- on this one. The filtering is just so good, right? It's just, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, right. Just tack on Thrill of Possibility to it.
Yeah, cool, why not?
Cool. All right, so here's our active treason. Traitorous Greed is 3 in a red for a sorcery. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. Add 2 mana of any one color. Like, is this the worst active treason we've ever seen?
Oh no, I think this one is it's decent. So, you know, the often you want your active treason to just do its thing, doesn't matter what it does, because it's gonna be the last card you cast, unless there is a sacrifice theme, which there is. So this helps you double spell on the turns that you go like have a Zac outlet, take your thing, play another thing.
Sure, okay.
I think this is actually good. I think this is actually the effect itself is good. What I'm sad about is this is an uncommon. Like, they couldn't have just... I'd give this up happily for active treason. Hell, I'd take, 4-mana version, right?
Yeah.
The fact that this is the uncommon really irks me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like this card, and I think because it's an uncommon, like, people are saying, oh, you can use the mana for the sack outlets, but you're just not going to... That's not going to happen that much. I think red-black sacrifice doesn't seem like it quite gets there to me.
Yeah, I think it's still gonna be good. I just don't think it's gonna be like, as busted as it usually.
Right. Here's another point that I think is great in chat. You can't then attack with the creature and then sack it post combat with the mana.
Yes.
So like,
all right,
that's kind of, I don't know.
I mean, you can still use the mana some other way. Still double spell.
Sure.
I mean, it's a synergy card. Or just an active treason.
Synergy C-.
Synergy C. I'd give it a synergy C, but yeah, not splitting hairs here.
Okay.
All right, so we've got Havoc Gesture. This is 4 and a red for a 5/5. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, Havoc Gesture deals 1 damage to any target. Now, this card plays to my sensibilities. I don't know if it's actually going to be very good, but it's going to be decent.
And this is why green sucks. And why does red get a 5-mana 5/5 with upside?
Is this the first? This is the first red 5-mana 5/5. I'm pretty sure. At common or uncommon.
I'll leave that. I'll leave that to you.
Sure.
Magic historian.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card's great.
Yeah. This is. I mean, I think there's more sack outlets than there is sack fodder, which is a boon for this card.
So, are you taking Scorching Dragonfire over this?
Most likely, until I'm proven otherwise.
Spellgorger Weird over this?
Yes. Which is funny because I was like so unsure about Scorching Dragonfire, but sure about Spellgorger.
But then you're taking this over Shock or
Shock and Slag for sure.
And you're taking this over. You're taking the Immolator over this, and you're taking.
Yes.
All right, so this is like a B-.
I would even it's like it's not every red deck's gonna want it too, right? So. Yeah, I go C+ though. I think I'll go C+ on this one.
Just so we don't get flamed on YouTube. Charging Monstrosaur was a 5-mana 5/5.
All right, last one here.
Yeah. Hellkite Punisher, 5 red for a 6/6 flyer, and it has fire breathing.
Yeah. It's big. It's going to end the game. It is going to end the game very quickly.
Yeah.
But it's 7 mana.
But it's 7 mana, so it has to be the highest. It's like a C. It's a red-green card, probably, because you can ramp into it.
Yeah, I'd buy that. I think C is probably fine for this card. Shivan Dragon's not quite what it used to be.
I think it's a C. It might be lower, too. All right, here we got Conspicuous Snoop as our first rare. This is red for a 2/2. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You may cast goblin spells from the top of your library. As long as the top card of your library is a goblin card, it has all activated abilities of that card.
It's like in your heavy red decks with a bunch of goblins, you'll play this card and sometimes you'll draw a card off of it. That's basically what it says. It's kind of like Goblin Ringleader from the last core set, where like sometimes you would just get there randomly on goblins. I think there's less goblins in this set, funny enough. So you're almost never going to play this card and be happy with it, like as for its ability. But it's fine.
But it's hard to cast. Like, I think this is like a D+.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, you'll know when you want to take it higher than that.
Sure.
But all right, next up here we have. Ooh, let me organize my CMC here. Next up here we have Gadrak the Crown Scourge. So this is 3 in a red for a 5/4 flyer. Gadrak can't attack unless you control 4 more artifacts. At the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each non-token creature that died this turn. Interesting. So tricky. It's a gigantic defender. Nothing's getting through it for a while.
What is this card? What the hell is this card?
I think it's decent. Like, so if you have profitable attacks, you can get in. If you have attacks where you can trade with your creatures, then things trade, and you get 2 tokens. I think it's good.
Oh, it can
I don't think
block.
It's great.
Oh, so all right. I missed that it's like Veiled Gargoyle. Yeah. Oh,
yeah. It can block.
It can block. This is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This is
this is B-.
B-, yeah. B- is perfect, I think, for this one. Might even be a little bit better than that.
Might be better. It might be a B, yeah. Wow, I get the good one here. Sabirah Talzidi Caravaner. 2 in a red for a 2/3 with haste. Pay 1, another target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Pay 1 in a red, discard your hand until end of turn. Whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Ooh, it's Goblin Smuggler Plus. All right, so
Goblin Smuggler Plus, yeah.
This is good. This is a good card.
Yeah, this is yeah, I agree. No arguments here. I think this is another B-.
Your things get in. This can this can be another target. You can't target this, and then the activated ability is not going to come up a lot, but when it does, like when you're just empty-handed, it's going to be quite good, right? So yeah, I think it's a B+. I like this card a lot.
B+?
Maybe just a B. Maybe just a B.
I think I'm going B-.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right, we got Transmogrify. This is 3 in a red, sorcery, exile target creature. That creature's controller reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card. That player puts that card onto the battlefield and shuffles the rest into their library. So it's not good. That's the long and short of it.
Yeah, I need Klug Altars to do this with like some Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
The Transmogrify thing, but yeah, other than that, this card's bad. So like we've seen Chaos Warp before, which is had the chance of them just flipping a permanent, so you could just turn their creature into a land.
But and it was 3 mana, and it was instant.
And it was an instant. This is none of those things, and this is an F.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one.
Brash Taunter. It's 4 in a red for a 1/1 goblin with indestructible. Whenever it is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent. You can pay 2 in a red tap to have it fight another target creature.
Yeah. This is so good. Stuffy Doll.
Yeah, Stuffy Doll.
For people who know that card. This is hard to evaluate, I think, because it's 5 mana, kind of doesn't do much. I mean, it's an infinite blocker, which is nice.
It's 5 mana, hold off their biggest attacker as long as it's not Dreadmaw.
Maybe this card's just good?
I think this card's just good. And then
it dies to grasp, which is a thing.
Don't give me the dies to Doomblade argument.
Yeah. I love that argument.
Yeah, everyone loves that.
Yeah. This is I'm more on board for this than not. Right? I think this one is reasonably good.
I think this is a B-.
Yeah, I was gonna say B- too. Okay. I'm never B-.
This thing doesn't really care about +1/+1 counters, right?
It doesn't need to be bigger. Particular. I mean, it can kill. It can start killing things. I guess is the idea.
Sure. But actually, the thing you want to kill is your opponent.
Right?
Yeah.
All
right. What do we got here with Shaundra?
Yeah. Chandra, Hardfire. So this is 3 red. +1, discard your hand. Then exile the top 3 cards of your library until end of turn. You may play cards exiled this way. +1, Chandra, Hardfire deals 2 damage to any target. -9. Search your graveyard and library for any number of red instant or sorcery cards. Exile them. Shuffle your library. You may cast them this turn. Add 6 mana. So not without paying the mana cost. You still have to actually cast them. But you get 6 mana for your troubles to do so. And it's a 5 loyalty planeswalker.
This card is really good.
Yeah, this card's really good. When are they going to run out for names for Chandra? That's what I want to know. Yeah. I feel like the day is coming.
Yeah.
But until then,
yeah. They just like have a dartboard of like body parts and a dartboard of like fire synonyms.
Yeah, flame, fire, inferno.
Arms of Fury.
You want A? A+?
I want A, yeah.
Yeah, this card's very, very good.
Yeah. Double Vision. It's going to be really hard for me to not sing Double Vision every time I see this card, but probably not going to see it that much. 3 red for an enchantment, and whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Actually, this is good.
Yeah, this is good. This is surprisingly better than these cards usually are.
Yeah.
Like, just copying an Opt, even copying a Tormenting Voice is really good. Copying any removal spell is great. I like this card a lot. Yeah.
I think you got to like build around this a little bit. Like, I think, again, this is like, oh, cool, I'm in blue-red and I have another great rare in my deck.
Yeah. Build around, I'd say build around B.
Build around B, I like, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't we have this at 7 mana in our Devastation, or am I thinking...
Oh, yeah, the Swarm Intelligence?
Yeah, is this just cheaper? Is there any difference? I don't think so, right?
No, I don't think so.
Wow. All right. Yeah. All right, next up we have Terror of the Peaks. This is 3 red for a 5/4 flyer. Spells your opponents cast the target Terror of the Peaks cost an additional 3 life to cast, and whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. All right. Well, A+, folks. This is stupid tier.
Yeah. Chandras Incinerator is 5 red for a 6/6 elemental. It costs X less to cast, where X is the total amount of non-combat damage dealt to your opponents this turn. Okay. It has trample. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, Chandra's Incinerator deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker that player controls.
Again, combos with the raid, the mutt, but otherwise, meh. It's fine. It's a Dreadmaw. can't knock a Dreadmaw too hard.
Yeah, Dreadmaw that if you have the mutt is
cheaper.
Has a 5 mana 6/6 maybe.
Starts pinging creatures. That's actually decent now that I think about it.
Yeah, this is
solid. This is like a B- or a C+, right?
This is a pull into red. It's at least a B-. I'm gonna go B, I think.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna say B-, but sure, yeah. I don't want to split hairs there.
All right.
So we got Fiery Emancipations. This is 3 red. 6 mana for a enchantment at Mythic, and it says if a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage to that permanent or player instead. This is good.
What the hell?
This is real good. So we just had Obosh, right? And obviously Obosh came on a creature, which makes it very good. But tripling everything you control, not just creatures, not just instant sorceries, everything. It means your removal spells will no matter what kill something. Shock deals 6. Your rage, your mutts deal 6. Oh, sorry, deal 3. Your Brash Taunter, whatever, does double or triple. This is good.
Yeah. This is an...
I kept looking for... I kept looking for a word on this card. It's like, your red cards, or, both players, happens to both players, or something like that. It's just all the things you want it to do, it does. So, it's a 6 mana enchantment, of course, that has its downsides, but I'm gonna go B+ on this one.
B+ is what I was thinking, too.
Yeah.
All right, last red rare is Volcanic Salvo. 10 red for a sorcery. The spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control. Deals 6 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures and or planeswalkers.
Card's good. I mean, even if it costs 6, it's good. There's going to be times when it's uncastable and you're
that
feel
scares
horrible.
Me a little bit. Feels kind of like a red-green card to me.
A little bit, yeah. Because, you don't have to worry about multiple creatures being on board to be able to cast it. That being said, when you just kill 2 of their things, that's pretty nuts. It's tricky though. It's definitely going to be a finicky card.
Yeah, I'm a little skeptical of this card.
Little gun shy here.
A little gun shy.
All right, so
I think you need to build. I think this is like a build around. This is a build around B+.
Well, the thing is, even if you're just playing 2 mana 2/2s, you still cast this for 6 mana. 3 of them.
Okay, right, because it's not the greatest power.
Yeah, it's not greatest.
Yeah. All right, maybe it's just a B.
I think it's just a B. So many removal spells in the set in red.
It feels really bad, though, that if you don't have, like, your removal is bad. Like, that's so crappy because your removal's bad when your opponent has, like, killed your board. That's when you need your removal to be good.
Yeah, but it's an amazing curve out card. That makes up for that. At least in my books. You want to go lower just for the times that it's just an uncastable? Because that maybe I'm not taking that into account.
Being uncastable as well.
Because the
argument of like it's great in aggro kind of fails for me a little bit because how much better is this than Turn to Slag? Like obviously better, but if you're just going like 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, Turn to Slag, that's about as backbreaking as this is gonna be.
Maybe. I think I'm willing to be optimistic on this one a little bit. So maybe I'm gonna give it a B-.
All right, I'll go B- for now.
Okay.
All right, that's gonna do it for red.